Well, thank you, everyone. This has just been a really interesting, wonderful journey. As Steve said, we were together in the art room under Archie's area, and I love the fact that he started us with our own studio and our own space and everything, so that we could really develop our own voice. And that's one of the things that I want to tell everyone, is that it's so important to follow your spirit. It's so important to follow who you are. And my whole life I've continued to follow my passion, and my passion of creating, and through all kinds of things, just kept at who I am and what I do. And that's what I do. I teach and I teach, and when I teach, that's part of my way of working with students, is to really get them in touch with who they are, and not to just follow, oh, this is the way it's supposed to look like. That students, I'm chair of the art department at Immaculata University. I've been there for 14 years. I'm also a professor of art. So I've been in art since leaving Cherokee, all through, going on to getting my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, my MFA degree, research, and all kinds of stuff. So it's all about staying true to who you are and following your heart and living your life fully and living it full with everything that comes, whether it's good, whether it's bad. There is no judgment. You should just move through your experiences. And that's what life is all about. And so when I teach, I try to get the students to really embrace where they're at, take chances, be curious, discover. And that's my whole method of teaching. So I'm lucky that this semester I'm on sabbatical. So after teaching for almost 30 years, finally I have this semester to spend on creating, and also I'm writing a book which will come out in the fall, The Joy of Drawing. So my work is a lot about inspiring joy in people and sparking in your spirit, when you look at my work, that you feel this connection that goes on. So I was really honored when Bob asked about creating a painting for Cherokee. So I thought of a few things that I worked through, but I have to be true to my spirit and true to who I am, and I wanted to continue this summer with my development of where I'm going with my work, which deals with being in the moment. When I teach, I get my students really involved in being in the moment, not back in the future, not looking in the present moment, but being right there. So that's what my work is all about. It's about being present at the beach. I have a studio at Long Beach Island, which I'm really blessed with everything that has occurred in my life. But I think it all has to do with letting go and letting God, and God's a big part of my life. And I really work at that, like just letting go and letting things just move in these directions that you don't expect. So this whole thing came up with the project and the painting, and I wanted to do something for the school that would inspire students when they look at the work, that they also can feel that presence of joy, the colors of joy, also just being out in nature and the movement, the patterns, the light, the color. So my work, I do a lot of sketches which I put up so you can kind of see how I develop ideas. But when I'm on the beach and you're looking this way, you see all these patterns of color. When you're looking that way, when you're looking that way. So you're in the moment of absorbing yourself in that space. And then I'm also a big fan of swimming in the ocean. Now I surf in the ocean, which not too good. I don't stand it very. But it's all about that energy, the energy of being in the moment, in that space. And that's what my work represents. So, I guess we can...
Good job. Let's do it. Drum roll.
What is the name?
The Joy of Summer.
The Joy of Summer.
The Joy
At
of Summer.
LBI.
Oh,
Thank you. So just to give you a little bit about how I work, So I work with a lot of different sketches, putting things together, but this is in the moment of like looking this way, you see these stripes of color that will be there. You see people standing, people sitting, people over here, and just the energy of the waves and the strokes of the wave. And my work is a lot about texture, quality, color, obviously you can see. And I'm very much inspired by Henry Matisse, Kandinsky. And there's other things that come out too, because one of the things that has been a blessing in my life is with teaching, I'm able to run tours. So I've ran over 25 tours at spring break. I take my students who have never left, their hometown, and I take them to go see art in Europe. So I noticed that this one, I was in Austria, and you absorb so many things, you don't even realize it. And like the patterns over here are like Klimt, if you know Klimt's work. And then also Matisse, as I said, I was influenced by. So, and in Portugal, I was making tiles, and all of this comes through. So your work is all of who you are and what you bring from your life and just different things that absorb and it comes out. So it's just really amazing. But it takes a lot of physical, which Brian Dan saw. I guess physical. And it takes a lot of mental work. So I meditate every day. I do yoga in the morning. And you have to be very clear-minded, and very focused, and that's what art can do for people. It can really help you. It can help you, because I teach mindfulness through doing strokes in art, and it's helped so many people in their recovery and also be able to deal with stress and anxiety. So it's just art is just such a great thing for all of you to be involved in and support. And I was fortunate enough that I had parents who supported everything that I did all through, and that was another big encouragement in my life. And also just being at Cherokee with Archie Suckup and being in that space and letting us do, so whatever.
Diane, awesome. Awesome, Diane.